I have it a Care Bear moment. The rays of hugs coming out. You guys may have some just power, just shoot out.
Out of
Care
their heart,
Bears.
yeah, Care Bears.
You need a hug.
Hello, we want to welcome you to the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions and messages can be raw, real, and at times very uncomfortable and even controversial. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to take notes, leave comments, and when possible, always share what you hear. And now here are your hosts, Pastor Solo and Pastor Mia.
Welcome, everybody.
Good morning. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? It is Wednesday.
I don't know, but there's a fly going around, and I don't like flies. Look at him. He is taunting me. Y'all, I cannot.
As long as it doesn't land on my forehead, on top of my head. As long as it don't land on my head, we're good.
We will meme you to no end. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just so you know, I'm normally not a morning person, but I'm really working.
Doing okay.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm really working on myself. This kind of helps me. I got something I do on Tuesday mornings, Wednesday mornings, and those are the only 2 days you're going to get me up. Oh, and Saturday morning and Sunday morning. So those are the only 4 days out of a 7-day week you're going to get me up early.
Well, I'm up usually early, and then I go back to sleep.
Yeah, that's right. You always take a nap.
Usually take a nap.
Yeah.
Around 9.
Yeah, we take a nap. Yeah, we take a nap. No, I'm just kidding.
About 8:30, 9. Take a nap, wake up, about 10, go get some breakfast.
And then come back and take a nap. No, I'm just kidding.
Nap,
oh, such is the life of a pastor.
Yeah, I know. My brothers tell me all the time I don't work. So.
Hey, the fly went by you.
As long as it don't land on my head.
Okay. All right. Anyway, welcome everybody, and we want to give some shout outs. Do we have shout outs today?
Of course, we always have shout outs. I don't know who they are.
So we shout out to you,
everybody,
whoever's listening.
You guys, man, appreciate you guys listening.
Yes.
BB, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Man, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you tuning in to us, subscribing. We told my brother was already subscribing.
Mo.
Man, I don't have my list in front of me.
I know.
There's a bunch of folks. So we're up at 300, over 300 subscribers, man. Thank you guys for pushing us a little bit further, man. Thank you.
We are working on some really cool stuff, so stay with us.
Yeah, we're trying to upgrade and update and always push the envelope of
babe,
quality.
The fly landed on your head.
Did it?
Hey, but he went away. He heard you. He saw me because I
Swap
tell
it,
you,
man.
I was.
I
don't like flies, guys, and I almost hit him in the head with a fly swatter. I was like, "Be still, be still." And my daughter-in-law says, "Mom, are you fitting to smack him in the head?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like
as long
flies."
as it don't stand there on my forehead during a debate.
There it is, right there. Just kidding. Anyway, so I've got something really cool that we're talking about today.
What are we talking about?
Everybody needs somebody. Somebody hug.
Love.
Somebody hug.
Oh, hug.
Hug.
I know, but it says love.
Okay, but we're talking about hugs
Well, you didn't say
today.
that. Somebody love.
Somebody hug. Somebody hug.
You're messing my song up.
Listen,
I got you.
You mess the song
Hugs.
up all the time. All the songs.
We're talking about hugs, but the song says
hugs.
love.
Anyway.
All right, what about hugs?
I thought you would like that.
Hugs,
I didn't
not
mean
drugs.
Yeah.
How about hugs for drugs?
Well, really, this is a shout out to my daughter-in-law. Shout out to you, Ash, because she really is a great mom, and she is working on emotionally building up her kids. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so. That's really what it is. But she is working on being a good mom, and that's hard to do. I mean, you can ask my kids; they'll tell you in a heartbeat that I beat them with a chancla and a water bottle and anything I could find.
The oldest kids always get it the worst.
I know, and they say that the baby got away with everything, but really he didn't.
I don't know.
If y'all go listen to his song "Thank You," he'll tell you I beat his
my
butt.
gosh.
So I'm just saying.
Moving right
Shameless
along.
plug. Anyway. But so she was just telling us that that there was a certain number of hugs that you have to have in a day just to have emotional maintenance, right? So I found an article. I don't know if it's the same one, but I'm gonna read to you today because I think it's really good. And you know, we don't talk about it enough. We never talk about hugs. We always talk about drugs. So I want
And thugs.
yeah.
And bugs.
Like that fly, right? So I want to talk about hugs because, you know, I think we have talked about this before. I can't remember, but I think we talked about it in the office because I was talking about my friend. Shout out to Stevie G. She
Thanks for watching.
yeah, she is a hugger, and Amy too. Amy Sulu, a hugger.
Thanks for watching.
They're not the face huggers, as Sonny would say. That's a face hugger, Grandma. But you see him; he's taunting you.
Yeah, he is.
So I would say that we don't get enough hugs in a day. But Stevie and Amy, boy, they know how to hug.
Hug your arms right off, man.
Yeah.
Right off, bro.
Well, and let me read it to you. It says 10 reasons we need at least 8 hugs a day. There is a saying by Virginia Satir, an often quoted family therapist. We need 4 hugs a day for survival. We need 8 hugs a day for maintenance, and we need 12 hugs a day for growth.
So is that 8 and 4, 12, or is that 8 plus 4 plus 12?
No. 8 and then or 4 and then 8 and then 12.
That's what I'm saying. Is
So-
it like 8? What does he say? 4 what?
It says 4 hugs a day for survival.
Okay, so that's 4.
8 hugs a day for maintenance.
That's 12.
No.
What y'all doing? We hugging, bro. We're gonna hug it out.
Stevie would say that. Stevie, every time she saw
So basically,
somebody
it's saying a total of 12 hugs.
in a day.
In a
But
day.
4
Or
to get through the day. 4 for survival, 8 for maintenance, and 12 hugs a day for growth. If I'm not mistaken, there was an article that they did some babies, and they tested some babies with no hugs. Tell us about that.
That was a documentary.
Okay, tell us about it.
So it's kind of a sadistic.
I know.
What do you call it? Experiment?
Yeah.
Really bad.
I know.
But they were just trying to figure out what that was like. And I can't remember the country, but it was not in the United States. But
Okay.
they did a study where they had babies in an orphanage that were infants. And so they went to where all they did was give them food. So they just like fed them. They had a certain amount of babies. So that they had those babies that they just fed. There was no cuddling. There was no,
No
almost
touching, no.
almost zero. It wasn't 100% zero because we had to change diapers and stuff,
Right.
but it was very, very
But no
limited
emotion
physical,
or-
very, very little physical contact with the infants. And I think they did that for like 12 weeks. And then
I thought it was longer than
it might
that.
have been longer. And then they had another group of babies that were picked up. They were held.
Coddled.
Constantly had physical
Yeah.
contact. And the babies that were not having a lot of physical contact were getting sick.
Yeah.
They had a couple of them that actually died.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they realized is that we have to have physical connections. We have to have that ability to have physical connection. I mean, getting all spiritual and holy, scriptural wise, God was like, it's not good that man should be alone, right? So from that perspective, you got to kind of look at that. But yeah, that was kind of the study, was that along those lines.
Okay.
So-
So my thought was, just her saying that, She said, and I hope she doesn't get mad, but I set an alarm to not to remind myself, but to tell myself to go hug them, because we get so busy in our day that we forget to go hug somebody near us. And some people, that is their love language, is physical touch.
Quit touching me.
I'm sorry.
Would you quit touching me?
Quit touching me. You're touching me. I'm not touching you. Type thing. But people need hugs. They need physical touch to not be lonely. And some would argue and they would say, "No, I don't have that, and I'm okay." Well, then you're uncommon, because that means that they say, well, the Holy Spirit comforts me and touches me and all of that. Okay. Hey, it did Mary. It's fine. So I can understand that. But this is what the article said. It said, 8 or more might seem quite high. But while researching and writing this article, I asked my daughters, how many hugs a day do you like? One of them said, I'm not going to tell you how many I like, but it's way more than 8. That really made me smile and touch my heart. And I was once more assured how deep the meanings of hugs is. So I was just going to say that, again, that song just made me think about it, Everybody needs somebody to hug, It just made me think.
You're messing the song up for me.
Listen, Linda.
You're messing it up.
Listen, Linda.
It doesn't say that.
Okay, but
when
hugs
you say
are important.
When you say that, I'm triggered. Don't say that. I'm just.
Why do things bother you like that, guys?
It just messes it up, man.
No.
Lyricosis.
You have lyricosis all the time.
I know that.
Okay.
And it bothers me.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so going back to saying, I had read another article and it was talking about the serotonin in your body.
What is serotonin?
I don't know.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so here it is. It says, the nurturing touch of a hug builds trust and a sense of safety. This helps with open and honest communication. Hugs can instantly boost your oxytocin. Oh, okay. I thought it was your serotonin.
What's oxytocin?
I don't know. Which heals feelings of loneliness, isolation, and anger.
Hey, could somebody Google that real quick?
That's why in Mulan, they're fighting, right? In the cartoon Mulan, they're fighting all the guys, and she's in the camp with them. And this one big guy.
Here I am to save the day.
No, that's not what they say. There's lyricosis right there. And so this big guy is going to fight everybody. He gets angry about everything. And so they hug him, and he's like, and he melts because they hug him, right? So that's what it's supposed to do. Holding a hug for an extended time lifts one's serotonin levels. I was right.
What is serotonin?
Elevating your mood and creating happiness. Do I need to Google it for you?
Yes.
Jeez, I'm in the middle of reading the article. Why can't you do it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me Google serotonin.
Okay.
I don't even know how to spell that.
S-E-R.
Serotonin. What does that mean? What does it mean, serotonin?
This man. Okay, number 4. Hugs strengthen the immune system. Did you know that? The gentle pressure on the sternum and the emotional charge this creates activates the solar plexus chakra. This stimulates the thymus gland, which regulates and balances the body production of white blood cells, which keeps you healthy and disease-free. Serotonin, it is a compound present in blood platelets and serum, which constricts the blood vessels and acts as a neurotransmitter. See? Stevie's onto something.
I'm feeling good. How you know I got a hug?
Number 5, hugging boosts self-esteem. From the time we're born, our family's touch shows us that we're loved and special. The associations of self-worth and tactile sensations from our early years are still embedded in our nervous system as adults. The cuddles we receive from our mom and our dad while growing up remain imprinted at a cellular level, and hugs remind us at a somatic level of that. Hugs, therefore, connect us to our ability to self-love.
Ooh, goes back to the study I was talking about.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hugging relaxes the muscles. Hugs release tension in the body. Hugs can take away pain. They soothe aches by increasing circulation into the soft tissue. Hugs balance out the nervous system. The galvanic skin response of someone receiving and giving a hug shows a change in skin surfactants. The effect in moisture and electricity in the skin suggests a more balanced state in the nervous system. Hugs teach us how to give and receive. There is an equal value in receiving and being receptive to warmth as to giving and sharing. Hugs educate us how love flows both ways. Ooh, that's good. Hugs are much like meditation and laughter. They teach us to let go and be present in the moment. They encourage us to flow with the energy of life. Hug gets you out of your circular thinking patterns and connects you with your heart and your feelings and your breath. Oh, hush. The energy exchange between the people hugging is an investment in the relationship. It encourages empathy and understanding, and it's synergistic, which means the whole is more than the sum of its parts. 11 equals 3, or 1 equals 3 or more.
Dash 2, 5, 4, 6.
This synergy
dash
is more
7,
likely
3.
to result in win-win outcomes. How many hugs a day do you need?
35, apparently.
And it says, P.S. We've created clothing for hugs to remind us of hugging every day. Isn't that cute?
I have a Care Bear moment. The rays of hugs coming out. You guys, we have some just power, just shoot out.
Out of
Care
their heart,
Bears.
yeah, Care Bears.
You need a hug.
It was really good, but
Unlike Teletubbies, it was kind of a little weird.
Yeah, there was no hugging going on there. But she made me think about it because you were saying that it was for emotional maintenance, and I think that we don't think about all those things. And I was thinking about that. Maintenance is preventative. So if you're maintaining something, it's not going to break. I mean, it's less likely to break, and you're less likely to be surprised by it. So, and I know that's kind of weird because I was going to bring up our sink handles. Our sink handles have been on there forever, and they broke. And so he had to repair them.
One broke.
Okay, the other one was already broke.
It was not broken.
And the other two didn't even have handles on it.
One was limping.
Yes, it was
limping. One was
limping.
limping along. You could pull the knob off
Yes.
and put it back on, but
Yes.
it still worked.
Okay,
The other one broke.
literally. My son just went to twist it.
Our
and it
discussion right before the podcast was, how do you maintain or do maintenance on faucets? I was like, you can't maintain. They just break. They
Yes,
just
you can.
go out.
You saw this one limping. You should have put the screw in it, and then the other one, while you were putting the screw in that, you would have saw that one was
So you know what I
broke.
did?
He replaced.
I replaced all of them.
Yay! Yay! So thoughtful, and y'all, I said thank you. But I'm just saying, maintenance is a big thing. If you don't put oil in your car, it eventually dries.
Well, here's the thing.
What?
Going back to that article. Maintenance is important, but when you're talking about emotional, when you're talking about all these other areas, progression is more important than maintenance. Growth is more important than maintenance.
Okay.
Because sometimes we get stuck in maintenance. Now,
I get that.
Well, let me share. Listen, Linda.
Don't make
Listen, Linda. So, when you think about hugs, so it said that 12 hugs
is for growth.
is for growth. Most of us, parents, friends, like most of us are not getting even
Two.
2 or 3 hugs
Yeah.
or 1 hug, right? And we're talking about
You need
in
4
relationships. We're
to
talking about
survive.
in all these. Now I get hugs all the time, man. My grandkids hug me. I'm a hugger. But when you look at when you, I was going to say something really funny. When you look at maintenance, the danger is that sometimes we do to me,
Minimum.
maintenance is the minimum.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let me do this because it's the minimum for me to maintain what I have. But when you really want to grow, and you think about this from your kids, from a grandparents in relationships, we should really just be hugging more often because there's growth. Going back to what I was talking about with the babies in that experiment, right? Even when you were reading that article, it was talking about like, this is what builds that connection, that emotional connection, helps them grow spiritually, mentally, physically, immune system. Like you were listing all these things that brains. So the question, now somebody's gonna get mad at me. The question is, maybe we're getting sick a lot because we're not getting a lot of hugs. Maybe we're having depression because we're not getting a lot of hugs.
Hey.
Maybe we're dealing with anxiety because we're not getting hugs.
Amen.
When you start looking at everything that hugs bring, maybe it's because we're not getting them that we're dealing with all these other areas in our life. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, psychologist. I'm not a hugologist. You know what? I might be a hugologist.
I love it.
Shirt. But
Shirt.
I'm definitely a mother hugger. So
You're not, because you're a father hugger.
I'm a father. No,
I'm a mother hugger.
I'm a mother hugger because I like hugging my mom. I like
Okay.
hugging your mom. I like hugging grandmoms. So anyway, so when you look at
Guys,
you look at that,
that's too much.
I think a lot of times, especially with men are not really affectionate all the time.
You're
And I
right.
think not even just giving hugs, but I think even receiving hugs. You know, and I feel like
Yeah,
I
men
think
like
that-
to patronize.
yeah, I think a lot of times, for me, this is just us
Okay.
and our kids. I think our kids are very healthy emotionally because we hug them so much. I mean, they're grown and we still hug them, we still kiss them, and I think that.
I don't know. I had to learn to hug.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Going back to what you said, if you're not taught that, if that's not the culture that you're in, if you don't understand how important it is, or how vital or intentional it needs to be, then you're not going to. But if you
Yeah.
understand what it brings to the table, not right now, but
Yeah,
6, 7
yeah.
months, 8
Yeah.
months down the road, 10 months, a year later, makes a difference.
Maybe this is why the Bible says to not forsake the assembling of the people, right? Because we greet each other and we hug each other,
Or we say, peace be with you.
and
Right?
also with you.
And also with you, right? So I think it's good. I think that she's onto something. I personally think that we probably could use more hugs. You know, you see those people carrying the signs or having the shirts, free hugs,
Oh yeah,
right? You know, so
I
think
like
it's-
yours better.
I think it's
I'm
better.
gonna have to make that.
I think it's important, and I personally challenge folks to try to give out 12 hugs a day.
Oh, God, I
man,
don't know
somebody's
about
like, 12 hugs, oh my God.
No, girl.
Right? If you just, I mean, think about it. You know, if everybody was just to be friendly and hug somebody, you know,
Yeah.
it's really it can be a informal greeting. You know, like, I mean, I'm a hugger, so I've always hugged. We grew up hugging.
Well, yeah, you taught us how to hug because we
You know.
weren't a hugging family. We were a patronizing family.
How you doing from here?
I'm good. I'm good. Space, you know, type thing. But I think it's great. I think you should be a mother hugger. That's pretty funny. But I think that, you know, yeah, you're right. We don't need to work on just maintenance, but that's somewhere to start,
Yeah.
right?
One hug a day.
Okay.
I always tell folks, man, my you know, if you listen to me long enough, just start small. Start small.
Yeah, one hug a day.
Or you can do this. This is a hand
It's
hug.
a hand hug. No, it's. I thought it was like this.
Oh, it's
It's
like
like this. There you
Hand
go.
hug.
Hand hug. But also too, I was gonna say this. You know, it's not just about that and about hugs. I know that's what we're talking about. But here's another thing that she does, and I applauded her today. Not today, but I applauded her the same time that she was telling me about it. You know, Miles, one of our youngest grandbabies, says, "Grandma, Grandma, Grandma, I handsome." And I thought to myself, yes, you are. You are handsome. I said, "Who told you that?" He said, "My mama." And I said, "You are right." And so he's learning between handsome and pretty. He knows that girls are pretty.
He's pretty handsome.
No, he knows that girls are pretty and boys are handsome, right? But I just was like, great job, Mama, because you did that. You told our girls how foxy fine females they were, so no guys could just come around and say, "Ooh, what's up, foxy fine female?" They'd be like, "Move along. My father already tells me that." So, you know, type thing. And so I think it's really important not only just to hug them, but to help them understand all those,
It's how we communicate.
yeah, how we communicate to them. And I think that hugging was part of that communicating
Yeah, it's
to them.
huge. It's
Yeah.
huge. Not knowing all the background and the studies, like knowing that beforehand. Like I didn't find out, or that documentary that we're talking about, I didn't see that till years later.
Yeah.
Kids were grown,
Yeah.
but not really knowing that, it really makes a difference. You know, like we should hug
Yeah. So your job is to go out and hug once a day.
at least once a day.
Yeah, at least once a day. And again, it is an emotional connect. So I don't know if you'll hug a stranger, but you could.
I don't think so, man.
People will be like, "Ah, it's
Let me-
COVID."
Let me put my mask on.
Yeah, yeah. type thing. So just be careful who you hug. Don't get slapped. Don't get punched. And you can go ahead and be a mother hugger too with your mom. But I think that's the cutest shirt. I'm just going to have to make that shirt. But anyway, all right. Well, we just thought we'd give you that study. Shout out to Ash Rocks, because she rocks, because that was an awesome article. Cool. And it just sat and resonated with me. And I was like, you know what? The viewers need to hear this. So Absolutely. Go out and hug someone.
All right. We holler at all you mother huggers.
Everybody needs somebody. Somebody hug. Somebody hug. Somebody hug. Anyway, you go look up that song, because, he didn't like it. Blues Brothers, by the way.
Yeah, but that's not what it says.
I know, it doesn't say that, but that's how I adapted it. Anyway, love you guys.
We'll see you guys later.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.